What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you our Week 4 battle for the CGT, the Champions of Galar. We have picked up two huge back-to-back wins against Lucas and Sven, but today we are playing against MattOshea, coach of the, I'm trying to remember the name. I don't think I remember off the top of my head. It's the Immunity Idols, so I guess we got a Survivor fan on our hands here. MattOshea apparently is really good. He has, from what I know, the number one score, the number one CSS or a CCS score, whatever it's called, on Otto's website, which means he's a really good player. Honestly, I'm not sure if that score is the best representation of how good a player is, but at the end of the day, you don't get there unless you're pretty good nonetheless, or you can win a couple of games at least, and he's definitely done it. At the same time, I really don't like my matchup. I really don't, and to make matters worse, I didn't have my normal ability to build my front office. This week, we just didn't have time to connect with everyone to make sure we could build and call. And unfortunately, for those channel members who would want to watch that, it's not available this week. But at the end of the day, I do think we have a shot at winning this week in the CGT, even though our matchup is kind of sus. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Looking at the matchup itself, my opponent actually has, well, a Celesteela, and that's super scary for my team that has a Dragapult. But on top of that, he has two of the best Pult answers in the game, in Umbreon and Porygon 2. Super scary. But there's also a goddamn Toxapex, which, if you guys remember from week 2, we had to deal with against Lucas. Now, Banded Pult came in to do the work against it, but still we don't really want to deal with that again because that Pokemon is so damn annoying. Other than that, though, Lycanroc Dust just tears my team a new one. It is arguably the best Mon against my team that he has, because, I mean, my team, my entire second, the way I split things up, I have what, 10 Pokemon now? You guys are going to see, well, first off, I have some transactions I made one transaction. Ended up being Porygon, and I dropped Lurantis for Skuntank. I just wanted a Dark type that wasn't going to be, you know, super weak to Fairy, because my current Dark type is super weak to Fairy. But yeah, that's going to be our Skuntank now. Just a new addition, gives us a bit of a boost in speed at base 84 instead of like the 40s where Porygon and Lurantis are. But yeah, like I was saying, my opponent has quite a few ways to hit me. My team is really weak to rock types, and my biggest like defensive walls are really weak to rocks. Moltres, Vikavolt, Scolipede, not really a defensive wall, but you get the point. On top of that, Gigalith is taking super effective damage and Tough Claws boosted moves from something like Close Combat from a Lycanroc, which, just so you know, outspeeds my entire team outside of Scolipede and, of course, Dragapult. Just not really a good matchup for that, and I'm a little bit worried about it. I'm going to say this, I don't like this matchup at all. That's it. We'll see how we can do, though. I'm hoping we get the job done. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Starting with our first mon, it is going to be Roku the Dragapult here. We're running a Choice Band Dragapult this week. It's a really good set. It gives me the ability to, one, hit everything for really good damage with either the Phantom Force or the Dragon Darts. My opponent has one immunity to Dragon Darts, and it's the Tapu Bulu, so not the best immunity in the world. It's also neutral to U-Turn, which is nice because I can always click Banded U-Turn against it and do like 30% to it, which is not bad at all. And there's also the Resist in the Celesteela, which again, if Celesteela is your answer, your only answer for Steel types, or for Dragon types rather, it's good, but you want more. That's the thing, you want to have more. He has no way to hit me for super effective damage in terms of stab, because Bulu's only real option to hit me is like Dazzling Gleam. Other than that, it's like Marowak's Poltergeist or something, which is the best way, but even then, it's dying to a Poltergeist, or a Phantom Force rather, it's dying to a Dragon Darts. Yeah, I feel decent about it. If he brings the Marowak, it means it's probably be a bit easier for the rest of my team to do the work that I want it to, which is good. But the big thing is, we have to make the predictions right. Our game plan this week is to get rid of the threats to Pult, either for its Ghost moves or its Dragon moves, and I believe we can do that pretty well with the team that we've brought in so far. So let's go ahead and talk about what it is. The speed on this Dragapult has speed for the Starmie, and like I said, the team is built to prevent the Pult checks from being healthy or alive. I put max attack into my attack stat, obviously, with a naughty nature, so we can boost our attack even more, because most of our moves are physical, and we have Fire Blast there for the Bulu and for the Celesteela. That's really it. Ideally, we get rid of the Porygon, we weaken that thing, same deal with the Umbreon, and then we can go from there, and if we do that, then we can click Phantom Force instead of Dragon Darts, because Celesteela, I think, will be a little bit harder to break than those two Pokemon will be, because they have reliable recovery. Our next mon really helps us out a lot with the Celesteela, but also helps out with the Toxapex, the Starmie, quite a bit of things. And that's going to be Bugaloo, our Vikavolt. Now, Vikavolt is really solid in this matchup. Volt Switch, Toxic, Roost, and Bug Buzz here. We honestly, it's not the best Pokemon. It's not. And Chardy Berry is kind of a must on this because of the damn Lycanroc. My opponent has access to two Rockers. One is Lycanroc, which I don't think will have room for it, and the other one will be the Marowak, which I think is going to want to come in on my Vikavolt. So if I can just get some big damage off against it, that'd be huge. I have a couple answers in the back for it, and I'm hoping that can be enough, honestly. But looking at the investment that we have on this set, Number 1, our Vikavolt has the Charity Ray for the Lightning Rock. We take literally any 2 Porygon to attacks, unless it's, I believe it's, well, first of all, I don't think he's going to be like negative speed nature and 0 speed IVs unless he's Trick Room, which if that's the case, better for me. I prefer that he's Trick Room, honestly. In this specific build I have, I prefer he's Trick Room. But if that's the case, he'll never get the Analytic against me, which will be super nice. But we do take any 2 hits from that. It's a slow pivot for everything. We take Life Orb Starmie's Hydro Pump after rocks, and we take 2 Adamant. Let's try it again. We take 2 Adamant Banded Bulu Horn Leeches, 3 if it's not boosting, and 2 Wood Hammers if it's not Choice Banded. And we take 2 Steela Flamethrowers from no attack, no special attack, Celesteela. That's our Vikavolt. It's just a good mon in general. Might be my lead this week. We'll see. Our next mon is going to be top 5 pick the Lapras here with Freeze Dry, Surf, Parasong, and Whirlpool. This is here to help me out against the Toxapex and the Celesteela. If I can do and get rid of those, if I do what I want to do against those, if I can get rid of those 2, I'm in a huge position because they are just bulky Pokemon that are really annoying for my team to deal with. So if I can Perish Trap the Celesteela, thumbs up. If I can Perish Trap the Toxapex, huge. If I can weaken the Lycanroc, I can take a hit from Lycanroc, Surf, and get the KO on it. I can do the same thing with Starmie. Take a hit, Freeze Dry, get the KO on it. Same deal with Marowak. We outspeed Marowak. That's really it. So our Lapras has enough speed, 1 for Adamant Marowak, and 2, the goal is to Perish Trap Celesteela and or Toxapex and or Umbreon if Umbreon does not have access to Baton Pass. If it doesn't have Baton Pass, we can trap it and we can beat it 1v1, which is amazing. Other than that though, we basically want to have enough investment to take a Life Orb, Jolly, Close Combat, or Stone Edge from the Lycanroc, and we can also take 2 Thunderbolts from non-boosted Starmie. That's the one I'm looking at. I didn't even write in my notes. I wrote takes 2 T-Bolts from non-boosted T-Bolt. It's not words. That's not how the game works. Anyways, moving on. Our next mon is going to be a late addition to the team. Originally I had Skuntank, but Skuntank I think I was trying too hard for it, and shout out to Tone for just saying, I think you're trying too hard with it, and that's fair. But we're going to be going with Pangoro here. Teletubbies is here as a just general offensive Pokemon. His team is pretty passive in certain instances. There's obviously the Tapu Bulu, which could have Dazzling Gleam. There's a Lycanroc, which should have Play Rough. But more than likely, they're going to run Superpower and, well, Superpower, or Close Combat, rather. So that's really what I want to have the Chople Berry on this for. With our investment, we have speed for the Adamant Marowak once again. Knockoff will get the KO on that. Knockoff is huge against his team to get rid of potential Scars, Life Orbs, Leftovers, Violites on the Porygon, for example. Really, really big. Drain Punch hits the Porygon and the Umbreon for huge damage, which is important for my Dragapult. Poison Jab weakens the Bulu, gets the KO on it actually, which is amazing. And then we have Thunder Punch, which not only hits the Toxapex for super effective damage, but also hits the Celesteela. And on top of that, Drain Punch, Poison Jab, Thunder Punch are all Iron Fist boosted, which is amazing for us. So I'm really happy and excited that we can have a Pokemon like this that's going to do the work. I lost all my mocks against Meta that I had. We had 3 of them, and except for the last one, which I switched Pangoro onto the team for, we actually had the job done. So fingers crossed we can do it. I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see. Our next mon is going to be Toth the Excadrill here. Now, I don't think this is the best Excadrill set there is. We're just going like 2v2, 2v2, and the reason we're doing that is because with max speed, we actually have enough speed. I believe it's for the, what's the word I'm looking for? I think it's the Tapu Bulu is what it is. Yeah, it's enough speed for Tapu Bulu. I have Toxic on there because, again, I want to Toxic the Porygon and the Umbreon. Porygon has access to Foul Play, which is not the best option against, well, it's a pretty good option against me, but it's not the best option against my Drill is what I wanted to say. Or no, it is the best option against my Drill. What am I saying? And then there's the Umbreon, which we want to just weaken. It's going to synchronize this back. And if I can have that Toxic before doing it with Vikavolt or with something else, let's say, then I'm in a good position because this can't be Toxic, which is super nice. So we'll see if we can actually get that done. Fingers crossed that we can because it's pretty important. Rabbit Spin to get rid of the rocks for something like my Vikavolt, which is the big thing. Everything else is a neutral or, well, I guess Lapras as well. Yeah, Lapras as well, forget that. But it's basically here for that. Iron Head and High Horsepower are important. High Horsepower is there because once again we face off against Grassy Surge. I don't know why, but Sand, my first 4 matchups have been absolutely terrible. Facing off against Grassy Terrain twice. Facing off against amazing checks to Excadrill in week 2 and week 1. It is just, right now, we have 5 weeks left in the regular season after tonight, and we have really bad answers, or really have not been able to use Sand yet is what I want to say. But yeah, why do we have Metal Coat though? Because, well, Metal Coat is good because it lets me get the KO guaranteed on the Tapu Bulu, unless it's like max HP. If it is max HP, we do like 90% to it. If it's max HP, max defense, or very defensive rather, we're not going to OHKO it, but we're going to do a ton of damage to it, and there's a chance that we do actually get the KO. I think, like I said, it's like 90% chance to KO if we are against a max HP Bulu, which is nice. We do outspeed it all the time. If he tries to recover back with something like the Horn Leech, then great, we can get the KO on it. He may think we're Life Orb and go hard into the Celesteela. He may think we're Life Orb and go hard into, I guess, the Umbreon maybe, the Porygon, who knows. But we do have an answer for a lot of those things. I'm hoping that we can just break them down. And Iron Head, the reason I'm doing that over Expert Belt is because I want to do more damage to the Celesteela. That's it. That's really it. So that's going to be our Excadrill here. I'm hoping it does well. I'm really hoping for it, but I don't know how it's going to do, I'll be honest. Our next mon is going to be Celine Dion, the Primarina, leftovers with Hyper Voice, Psychic, Substitute, and Calm. Running the Liquid Voice set. Liquid Voice is really solid here because, one, I don't want to run Scald, and two, I just felt like having the Sound move was going to be pretty useful in this. I don't know why, it doesn't really matter too much. Like, Scald is an option too, but the reason I don't want to run Scald specifically is because I don't want to burn things, I want to Toxic them. I didn't want to run Surf because, well, honestly, it doesn't even matter. Like, the biggest thing is in case of a random subset. Like, if it's like, I don't know, a sub Starmie or a sub Flygon or whatever, or a sub, I don't know, Marowak, I at least have a way to just break through, hit it behind a sub, and do super effective damage, which is kind of nice. So I'm hoping that can be an answer for it. In terms of speed, we do have enough speed on this set to speed, or not speed tie, but outspeed an Adamant Marowak once more. Psychic is there because I think the threat of Toxapex walling this set and hazing it to death is worse than the threat of Starmie just being annoying and outspeeding me. That's really it. If I want to, if I could, I wish. If I could, I would have Moonblast over Psychic. But Toxapex. That's really it, Toxapex. So we have to run Psychic for that thing. And if I get a Calm Mind and a sub, ooh, it's going to be really tough for him to break that. And ideally, we can just win on the behalf of that. Our investment in our special attack with the Modest Nature basically gives us enough investment to show that we have like a Timid Nature and max special attack. I want to have as much investment into my HP as I could, so I decided to go with this option. And I think it's going to work pretty well, because if we get to +1, we'll take like any hit from a Porygon as long as it's not Thunderbolt. If it's running Thunderbolt, I don't think Bolt Beam is good against me, and it's not going to run Thunderbolt without running Ice Beam, and if it's running Bolt Beam, it's probably going to need like, I don't know, some other move to hit me, plus Recover, which means it's not going to have either Toxic or Teleport or something. And if it doesn't have Teleport, that means that my Lapras can trap that thing in as well, which I'm hoping I can do, because that Pokemon is really, really annoying to deal with. But guys, this is going to be our team for this week's battle. I'm hoping that I can put in work. I am pretty nervous about it, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. Yeah, I just don't think this team is the best team that I've ever built, and it's going to show, I think, in the battle, which does suck. I don't have a lot of confidence going in, but hopefully we can turn it around. So fingers crossed. Let's do it, guys. It's time to battle, but of course, secret word of the day is going to be mac and cheese today. I made mac and cheese for the first time in my new condo, and I miss it. Love mac and cheese. Comment down mac and cheese below if you guys, well, watch the team builder. So let's do it, guys. It is time to battle. All right, everyone, welcome back. He ends up bringing a team that I did not really expect too much of, but it's okay. Looking at what he does bring, though, Celesteela, Toxapex, Porygon to Marowak, Lycanroc, Dusk, and Flygon. I'm leading off with Prim here, which is going to seem weird, but I don't want rocks going up against me. Or, ooh, do I just lead off with Teletubby here? Because that can force out basically everything. I'm going to lead off with Teletubby. Let's just do that. I don't think he leads off with the what is it called? The Lycanroc. If he does, fine. Yeah. This is what we want to do, right? Pretty sure it's what I want to do. So I want to bring in the Prim after. Right? This is what I want to do. I'm thinking. Because knockoff is just good against everything. Yeah. So, by the way, just so in case you guys didn't notice, currently what I am wearing right now, we had a couple of requests that I wear what I am wearing in my avatar picture, which is a beige cardigan, a tan cardigan, with a dark t-shirt. So I'm rocking that today. My hair is just a mess though, so I'm not gonna take my hat off. But let's do it. Let's jump into it. I'm nervous. Feeling better after seeing the team recap or the team preview, because there's no Starmie, which is nice. No Umbreon either, which is cool. Yeah. Alright. One other thing. I forgot to mention the team builder, but I'm Shell Armor on Lapras in case of Trace Porygon. So I can trap that thing now as well, which is good. But looking at what he does bring, because there's no Tapu Bulu, that's huge. Oh, he leads off with this. Okay. So if he goes for Play Rough, I lose this. I don't think he goes for Play Rough, though. Okay, let's make sure we do enough damage. If we do enough damage with knockoff, then that's huge. Pangoro against Lycanroc Dusk. Does knockoff get the KO? Knockoff does not get the KO I want, but Drain Punch does. I think I'm just gonna go for the Drain Punch here. Stealth Rocks me. That's cool. That's cool with me. So he has the rocks up, fine, but we managed to bring this thing down to its Sash, which is awesome. Unless this thing isn't Sash, but I think it will be. Sash. I would adore right now. I would love to just go hard pult here, but I don't think I can afford it, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go for the knockoff here, and that's gonna be it. He switches out. Oh, he switches out. Huge. My bad. What's that? Toxapex. Huge. We got rid of this thing's well, Black Sludge possibly. Some good damage there. It's Rocky Helmet. I'll take that. All right. So let's take a look at Toxapex. Physically defensive. We don't do enough with Thunder Punch. We just don't. I want to go into top 5 pick here, but I don't think I can. I can go to Drill. I don't want to get burnt though. I don't want to go any of my pivots. I don't want to go into them. Ah, man. Thinking about this is tough. This is a tough one because if I go into Drill here, no, I don't know what to do here. Shit. I don't want to go into top 5 pick. I think it's physically defensive, by the way, which I'm just going to say. Pretty sure I'll do about the same as the other attacks will. I don't think Lapras is as important as I want it to be, so I'm going to go Lapras. It's not as important as I want it to be. I don't get Scald Burnt. I can get Scald Burnt here, but like, we'll see. We'll see if he goes for Toxic Spikes. Scalds me. Yeah, so yeah, I was right not to go into something else, but it sucks. And we were the Water Absorb would have been nice. Now he knows we're not Water Absorb. So that's another thing. But what is he going to here now? Let's go for Whirlpool. If he stays in, awesome. If he doesn't, there you go, switches out. That's fine, we kind of expected that to happen. Catalina. Porygon 2. Okay, well we can trap this at least, which is something. And he traces our Shell Armor, which, dope. It's not, and we miss. We missed. We missed, damn it, because now we could have gone for the attack. We could have just, that sucks. Okay, well I'm just going to switch out here into Toph, I mean. Hard into Toph. If he goes for a teleport, fine. He goes for a teleport. What does he go into, though? What does he go into? Huh. Do we see a teleport? Trick Room. Okay. Okay. So the question right now is not to lose to Marowak. That's the question that we have to just solve. Obviously we can go for high horsepower here, which would help us a bit. But if he goes hard into Marowak anyways, we're screwed. It's basically like, do we expect him to go hard Marowak or teleport out? That's the question that we have to answer. And I'm going to Rapid Spin here. I think he teleports. Foul plays me. I'm okay with that. I get rid of my rocks, or his rocks rather, which is good. But he's revealed Foul Play as one of his moves. That's 2 turns gone of Trick Room. Now what do I go into here? I can go Bugaloo, which doesn't really help me out much. I can go hard into Teletubby. I'll go hard into Teletubby here. If he teleports, he teleports, fine. He'll have 2 turns left of Trick Room with the Marowak, which is not much, but it's still a good chunk. Just teleports out. That's not great. It's not great. It's not great. On the bright side, he only has 2 turns left of Trick Room. Like I said, only 2 turns. Let's take a look at Marowak. Offensive Wall Breaker. 50. Bone Storm. So, Lapras takes Flare Blitz and Poltergeist, which is good. We have 174. Flare Blitz is at most 163. So I'll go hard into Lapras. I don't want to lose this. We take the Poltergeist. We just don't take Flare Blitz, and I don't think we take Earthquake from our health either. Got itchy nose today. Alright. Does he go for Poltergeist? Low kick. Okay, let's take a look at that. Low kick against my Lapras. Yeah, guarantee. Prim eats any hits. We go Prim here. Oh man. Where's my Lapras sprite? There it is. It's like I can Calm Mind here. Because I don't think he's gonna stay in. I can sub here. But if he attacks me, then like I'm screwed. Because the thing is, if he attacks me, as I go for a sub, that hurts. It really does. But oh my god, wait, we die. Poltergeist kills us. Shit, I should have calced that. I'm going hard Teletubby here. On the expected Poltergeist, maybe. Shit, I should have calced. Poltergeist, good. Alright. So we get rid of the Trick Room. This is not... We're going to lose to stupid Porygon here. Porygon going for Trick Room. Okay. Thunder Punch doesn't really help me here against the Pex at all. I can try going into Celine Dion here and click like sub. Is that helpful? Shit. We're just gonna lose to this Trick Room. I knew Trick Room was gonna be a problem, but god damn it. Okay. I'm expecting Pex to come in. I'm gonna go into Celine Dion here. And if he goes into the Porygon, then I sub up, I guess. My bad. In comes the Pex. In comes the Toxapex. And I'm going to click my sub here, and we'll see what he does. We'll see what he does. If he Toxics me, that'd be cool. Gunk Shot. Oh, that's so bad. We're going to have to rely on him missing a gunk Shot here. Okay, Primarina against Toxapex. I think it's physically defensive. Gunk Shot does about half. Psyche does about half to him as well. Go for the Psychic. He's gonna have to hit Gunk Shots, which is the problem. It's only 80% accurate. Like, he's gonna hit it. We just have to try and play around it. This is the issue that I'm facing. My team had, like, my only answer really to Marowak was the Skuntank that I brought, and I wasn't even a good set for the rest of his team. Gunk Shot, and he connects again. Does he have the KO on us? I don't think he does, but... Wow. Is that a crit? It's not a crit. That just did a lot of damage. How much do I need for a sub? 47. I'm not going to get enough back from leftovers now. It's like Psychic here. You can go hard into Porygon, and I'm a little worried about that. I'll just go for the Psychic here. He's going to go for Porygon, but I just can't stop it. I can't stop it. Trace our Liquid Voice. Get the special defense drop, which is cool. I think there's Trick Rooms against me. So if I Calm Mind here into sub, I think it'll be okay. I really wish I clicked Calm Mind when he switched out. Would have been nice. Trick Room's there. Okay. I have enough for a sub. He could have Boomerang, by the way, on his Marowak. He could. Or +1. I think he's trying to figure out if he goes for teleport here or if he attacks me. Man, his team is just so much fat, and the Marowak's such a problem against my team. I literally have no answer. Okay, so he teleports here. And we'll see what he goes into. I wonder if his Porygon can touch me. Edgelord. Okay. So he wants to do this to break my sub here, and then get the KO on me with Marowak. Because he's going to go for a, what's that attack? A Cell Rock here. I'll just Psychic. A Cell Rock will break my sub. Okay. So, we do get a KO, at least it's not a 6-0. But it's not looking good. Bone Storm. Super. Super not good. How many turns left? I think this is 2 turns left. So we'll get 2 KOs basically against me right now. Teletubby just doesn't do enough. That's the problem. I don't do enough damage. I don't think I do enough damage with Toph either, is the problem. I think Toph is useless right now. We're gonna end up losing the Trick Room here, and like I can't do anything about it right now. It's just done. So he is, based on the fact that he's Fire Punch and not Flare Blitz, means that he's gonna be the bug reducing berry. Or not? What am I saying? Bug reducing berry. What am I talking about? That was what, Drill? He's going to be the can't think of the name. Can't think of the name. Wow. Electric immunity ability, Lightning Rod. That's the one. Is my play here go Roku? Is my play go Roku and then switch out into Teletubby or something? Sacking it off? Does Buglu take a Fire Punch? I think it might, but like, what am I going to do against this thing? Nothing. I don't do anything back to it. I'll just go Buglu here. I can't really do anything. Again, I'm done right now. This game's over. I just can't break Trick Room. Well, Bug Buzz here, as he's going to go for an attack. If he goes for a rock move, cool. Poltergeist me. I don't think we take this, but... Oh, we take it. Okay, cool. Okay. Now, I am going to go for a Volt Switch here. Because I'm expecting him to go into the Porygon. He just stays in. Well, wasn't going to matter much, honestly. But down goes Vikavolt. can go Roku here. Everything's basically dead right now, so I can't win. What do I think he goes into? It doesn't matter anymore. Everything to beat Pex is gone. I just have to go for darts. I just have to. He's probably going to go steal it here and pivot around. His way to win is Marowak, and he knows it. I wish I just had the opportunity to actually discuss this team more. I didn't have that chance this week. And, like, this is nothing. Oh my god, he stayed in. Well, it doesn't matter anymore, actually. What am I saying? It's not gonna KO. Bro. Bro, it didn't KO. We're Choice Bandit. How do we not KO? How did... We're Naughty Nature Choice Band. How do we not KO there? Oh my god. I'm taking a look at that roll. That's like a nasty roll. Dragapult against... what is this thing called? Marowak. Alola. Max HP. Oh my god, that's a dirty roll. It is 73 to 87 to max HP. It's like knock off or Thunder Punch, really. That's it. Like, if I go for Thunder Punch and he mispredicts, I mean, I'm playing for diff right now. That's the thing. I just go for the knockoff. I just go for the knockoff here. If he stays in, he stays in. You know, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could have done during this battle, and there wasn't really, honestly. He stays in, at least we get another point of diff, so Marowak is going to be what gets all the KOs on us. But Flygon can just come in, clicks Earthquake twice, and wins the game. If I had just gone into Pangoro, I think it would have been in a better position, I guess, then, if he was planning to sack it off anyways. But in comes Bug-type to Flygon, 2 Earthquakes, that's going to be a GG. We're going to lose 4-0 this week. I'm not going to lie, I don't know what I could have done better. My team just, I told you before, does not match up well against Puckspecs already. Okay, that's 1. I had to deal with that twice now. Porygon 2, disgusting against my team. Trick Room, disgusting against my team, especially in a match where there's too much fat for me to be able to break through it. And then Celesteela obviously is a way to beat the basically any of my mons, really. It just walls everything. That's the problem. And then Lycanroc. If Lycanroc wasn't here, I feel like I'd be fine, honestly. But Lycanroc was the thing that just kind of put it over the top. Yeah, so GG, we take a 4-0 loss. It happens. I'm not going to dive too deep in this one because, like, there are some matches which you just don't have a chance. My match of this one, I honestly believe, was not very winnable. And it happens, okay? He got a chance to literally pick and choose his team basically the week before he played against me, which I don't like that. That's the whole thing. Because he made, I think the only mons he kept were, was it Porygon and Celesteela? I think he kept Celesteela for sure, but I think it was Porygon or Umbreon, one of those two that he just kept. Everything else was gone. So it is what it is. But GG's, he got the W here. We got to basically play around better next time because there's only 5 weeks left in the season. We're 2-2 now. We're still +2, but we got to find a way to beat Trick Room, especially, well, no, I can't even say that because the teams we faced and lost to were uniquely positioned with Trick Room, like so much more than most of the teams. Each team had a Trick Room setter with teleports, which is big, but the fat also to just take the hits. And then one massive Trick Room sweeper, Stack-Attacka, Marowak. Those were our problems. I just don't have the answer to those Pokemon there, and I couldn't prep for everything here. That was the problem. It is what it is. We take a loss. Make sure to comment the secret word of the day if you guys heard it in the team builder. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe to all that great stuff, and I will catch you guys all next time.